Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we're going to do ranking the NBA scripts to see if you got plot or no plot. I did an NFL one, I'll put the link in there. I did say wait till I'm not going to do this till I get 5 likes, but I knew those 5 likes were never coming because I am a small YouTuber, so I didn't care. Let's just get to the NBA one. You can read it, no plot, meaning your team is cursed. Script writers don't care. You have the side characters. You have people who have some plot. And you got the people who are the main characters, the ultimate plot armor. We're gonna jump right into this. All right, so the Milwaukee Bucks. They got some plot. I'm gonna jump. The reason why, you have Giannis. At one point, y'all didn't have any plot for like 50 years. Y'all didn't win any championships. You didn't have any good players. But you got Giannis now, and that's beautiful. You got Giannis. He's a main character in training. I think good things are coming for y'all for sure. I think y'all gonna win a championship this year. The Brooklyn Nets. This one's a tricky one because I'm gonna say no plot. Yeah, you ain't got no plot. Yeah, like people hate you. Like the script writers definitely hate you. Definitely the fact that you went to back-to-back finals in the early 2000s, but you lost to Dynasty teams. Then you had this big three that came and left immediately because obviously you have no plot. If you can have all those players together and not win anything, not even get to the conference finals, that means you have no plot. The New York Knicks also have no plot. They're one of the most cursed franchises in history. Shout out to Maurice, my main man Maurice. His team's cursed. Now, obviously, they're having a good year this year, but that's probably going to account to a first-round exit, unfortunately. But the Knicks are a very cursed and hilarious basketball team. I love laughing at the Knicks, but I actually root for the Knicks too. I want them to succeed, but most likely they won't. Toronto Raptors, they actually have some plot, but that was a one-year wonder. Kawhi Leonard came and he left. I'm saying you're a side character. I feel like you have one championship, but after that one championship, it hasn't really done none. You were there to help LeBron look good too for a while. I don't think that one championship really does that for you. Utah Jazz, you have no plot. Oh man, the late 90s with the two interesting characters that you had on your basketball team. The 90s weren't good. Michael Jordan waxed that, beat you in 6 games 2 times in a row, which is pretty unfortunate for you Utah Jazz fans. The Utah Jazz are they could be a team that has side character, tendencies. I could put side character for sure. I might do that. You know why I might do that? Because, the Jazz lost. But they're, I don't think they're a cursed team. I just think they don't win. I might put you as side character because side characters are built to make, the main characters look great. And they certainly made Michael Jordan look good. So I'm going to say you're not a cursed team. You just don't win. And there's a difference. There really is a difference. All right, the Rockets. That's also that's a good, very good example. I'm also going to say you're a side character team. I'll put you as side character for the fact that, you did have that terrible 27 straight missed threes, which is an amazingly terrible moment. But like I said, you're there to help make the Golden State Warriors look good. And the fact is, you did win 2 championships in the 90s. I don't think you're a cursed franchise. You just don't win a lot, but you don't win a lot of championships. But they're definitely not a cursed franchise. They've had bad moments, but it's not like the Knicks and Nets where you're like, oh, there's no plot. They'll have their bad moments, just like the Jazz. Like they had to face Michael Jordan. Like you just ran into the bad thing at the wrong time, but side characters are there for it. The New Orleans Pelicans, the scriptwriters do not care about you. Even with the team that was pretty decent, now they're terrible. Zion's always hurt. Anthony Davis didn't want to play there. Like, no one cares about the Pelicans. Like, to be honest, Pelicans ain't the worst team, but no one cares about Pelicans. Los Angeles Lakers, ultimate plot armor. Now, in recent history, this year, LeBron got hurt, so maybe not. But, they have 17 championships for a reason. They hold the Kings in that Game 6 in that conference finals. There's many times where the Lakers got extra pushes, extra bounces, and extra plot that went their way. They were able to get Magic Johnson as a #1 pick when they already had Kareem. How the heck did you do that? From bamboozling somebody from a trade. And they got James Worthy as well. How do you have Magic Johnson and Kareem in a draft? Freaking James Worthy. That's a beautiful plot. Chicago, the thing about Chicago, you tricky because your history is really good. Now, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get you that. You know why I'm gonna get you ultimate plot armor, Chicago? Because obviously, every other decade besides the 90s and like the late 80s, your plot was awful. Like it's just terrible. You know, Derrick Rose injury, all the bad stuff's happened to the Chicago Bulls and all of their history besides that time. But that peak of your plot is literally the greatest plot of all time. Like, you have your plot at its peak is better than any Lakers plot. I mean, it is peak amazing dynastic super plot, and I'm gonna give you that because it's amazing, boy. I can't even, yeah, for sure. Minnesota, y'all are definitely in these two. I'm gonna put you at the script writers don't care about you, definitely. You know, they kind of forget Minnesota as a team and they just let them do their own thing, and they usually fail. Portland Trail Blazers, you have no plot. Brandon Roy, that ring a bell. Greg Oden, does that ring a bell? Sam Bowie, does that ring a bell? Yeah, Portland, and a lot of it's due to drafting. They draft literally, you know, it's just very bad draft luck. But their draft luck is so bad that they miss out on Michael Jordan and Kevin Durant, which would be amazing people to have on your basketball team. But they miss out on both of those players. So that's very unfortunate. They have no plot. The Denver Nuggets are, I'm gonna say, you're a side character for now. You getting Nikola Jokic really helped. I don't think Carmelo definitely wouldn't have put you anywhere. But Nikola Jokic is one of the generational offensive players, and, you know, just an amazing player. About to win 3 straight MVPs. So I'm gonna put you at side character because, hey, who knows, you might move up the ladder. But you're definitely a relevant person now. Oklahoma City is also a side character team. When they had Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant, that was really the first iteration, or that was the first iteration of Oklahoma City's having those players, and those players did great things for that basketball team. Took them to an NBA Finals, and they were very relevant, and they have a good we have a good future. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, definitely a side character team, not very cursed. They've had bad moments for sure. Every team has, but they're definitely a side character team. The Memphis Grizzlies are also a side character team, I'd say. You know, in the past, I've definitely put them around this area, but they're definitely a side character team. John Moran helps them out a lot. Obviously, I don't think they're going to win a championship, but that's what these side character teams are for. Teams that have been good or very good and have lost because they had to face the main character. The no plot people are people who've had just awful losses or just cursed for eternity. The Dallas Mavericks. Dallas Mavericks is a tricky one. They won 1 championship. Luka's. I'm going to say you have some plot. The reason why I'm going to say that, and you may say, Jesse, you're crazy, is because, you know, getting a back-to-back, you know, franchise guy that's going to lead your team for 15, 20 years is an amazing thing. You know, getting Dirk Nowitzki and then after Dirk, Luka Doncic, and they're both just amazing offensive players. I mean, that's for sure a very good thing for you guys. And I think Luka's definitely going to win a championship in the future. So I have to give a main character in training definitely some love. So I'm definitely going to give Luka Doncic that he has some plot. San Antonio Spurs is the ultimate plot armor. They definitely in the past past couple years they haven't been very good. But, you know, early on, the Spurs were just a model of success. They won 3 championships in 5 years and 5 championships in, I think, 16. So they for sure are a amazing basketball team. They have a great history of that. I think they're the highest winning percentage in history of any sport in America. Tim Duncan was amazing for them for about 20 years. I think Kawhi Leonard, you know, was supposed to be that next step guy. Was supposed to be the guy that would help them continue that because, as you can see, Kawhi Leonard is a superstar. But didn't want to stay in San Antonio. So, you know, fortunately for that division. But San Antonio, definitely a main character team. Definitely a dynastic team. Phoenix Suns has no plot. The Phoenix Suns don't have any plot. The reason why, like, if you look at Steve Nash and the history, you know, if you look at Steve Nash's Phoenix Suns teams, Charles Barkley in that finals, or if I could say the last, you know, when they were a 64-win team, definitely should have been in the NBA finals and didn't make it. Luka dropped them off. Now they have Kevin Durant. This is before Kevin Durant. This is obviously before the season has completed. So we'll see if Kevin Durant and the Phoenix Suns are going to make a difference. We'll see if Kevin Durant's going to make a push and maybe give these guys some plot. But the Phoenix Suns definitely are a team that you can say, yeah, they're not, you know, like kind of cursed. Now they could definitely be a side character team, but I feel like the way they just lost to the Dallas Mavericks is classic. Just it's disheartening. It's very disheartening. The LA Clippers, you also have no plot. Scriptwriters, I think they care about you. It's just, they have no plot. I've seen the Clippers blow 2-3-1 leads. I don't think any team's ever blown 2 of them in their history. So the fact they blow 2, and Doc Rivers it was a coach for both, is hilarious. The Clippers, yeah. Kawhi Leonard tearing his ACL against Utah definitely would have made the finals if that didn't happen. I think for the first 40 plus years of their history, they didn't make the conference finals. The only team that go that long without it. Yeah, definitely the Clippers have had some tough losses, some bad heartbreak. And yeah, they just had no plot. But who does have plot? The team that rivals the Clippers, Golden State. Golden State's plot rivals Chicago's in terms of just peak wow, like so much plot. I mean, not only do they have a team with the 2 best shooters of all time, 2 of the top 5 shooters ever, but when they won 70 games, they won 70 games, they lost, and then they got help. How does a 70-win team get help? You think about that. How does I'm a 70-win basketball team, and I get help. A 70-win team got better. That's stupid. That's why. Hey, Kevin, it's Kevin Durant, boy. Detroit Pistons, you have some plot. Move on my way. You got some plot. They have 3 championships. Which is pretty good. Like Detroit Pistons, they beat the Lakers. They beat the Lakers twice in the postseason. If you haven't just realized that, they beat Portland. They beat the Lakers twice. That's a good plot. They had a really fun team in the early 2000s. They had a really fun team in the late 80s. Defensive style basketball. So Detroit definitely has plot. I can definitely see Detroit getting Victor Wembanyama in this upcoming lottery. So that'll be fun. On my page unresponsive. I'm still here, baby. The Sacramento Kings. Everything. The Cleveland Browns. That's the Cleveland Browns, baby. Sacramento Kings have no plot. Now they will be most likely making the postseason this year, but they have absolutely no plot whatsoever. I mean, they went literally the last time they made the postseason was 2000. Get out of my way. The last time they made the postseason was 2006, and in 2006, I was 8 years old. A lot of people weren't even born. A lot of these people watching this video might not have been born in 2006. That's freaking terrible. And obviously, what happened in that 2002 playoff series was freaking disheartening as well. Sacramento Kings, I'm happy that you're making the postseason now. I'm happy that this is a thing that's happening for you. But boy, it is tough. Sacramento Kings, it is mother freaking tough. I just noticed it says NBA teams made for KOT4. I can't read. KOT4Q. That is it's for Kenny. Shout out to Kenny. The Cleveland Cavaliers, you have some plot. Definitely could have won more or should have won more, I feel like, in terms of having top 2 greatest player of all time. But, you get what you can take. But I feel like I said, your championship is so impressive that you literally can't. Like, I can't put you as a side character. Like, obviously, your history besides those couple years was not very good. But, definitely, this thing's going to keep popping up. It's going to keep freaking annoying me. What do you mean it's unresponsive? Stop being stupid. Yeah, plot. Boston Celtics are the ultimate plot armor. Definitely a team with a lot of plot in its history. Haven't won a championship in recent history, but they have 17 championships for a reason. I definitely cannot put a team that has 17 championships. I'm waiting for that thing to pop up too. Wait for it to pop up unresponsive. Wait for you to pop up. But yeah, the Boston Celtics have a lot of plot. 17 championships. Rest in peace to Bill Russell, but that is the ultimate main character. That thing will keep popping up, and I ain't gonna refresh this page. I ain't gonna lie to you, so I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's unresponsive about it. The Philadelphia 76ers. That's a good question. I'm gonna put you here. You did win a couple championships in the past. You had Allen Iverson. That was a very good underdog. What's wrong with me? Underdog story when he faced, went to the finals, beat the Lakers in that one game. Not much after that or before that, but with the Allen Iverson era and the James Harden, Joel Embiid era is interesting. I'm not gonna say you have no plot. You definitely have some good stories in your past. I just definitely can't see anything about it. Charlotte Hornets, the scriptwriters don't care about you. They let you absolutely. That team's terrible. Michael Jordan does not care. Well, he does care, but that team's just not good. It's just not a good team, man. I don't know. It's just the Hornets are never good. They're never like a team that's going to win 50 games. You'll never expect the Hornets to win 50 games. I don't think they've ever won 50 games. I'm actually very certain that the Charlotte Hornets have never won 50 games. And if they did, it was in the 90s. It's pretty terrible. Michael Jordan's Hornets have not won 50 games. So, yeah, terrible. The Washington Wizards, the scriptwriters don't care about you either. You did have John Wall, but that was it. And that's always really been it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Gilbert Arenas too, but Gilbert Arenas ain't winning, championship. So yeah, it's pretty like it's there and not there type thing. It's very, yeah. There's certain teams you're just like, those are the teams you're like, who cares about the Wizards? The Orlando Magic are, I'd say, a side character team. They had Shaq for 4 years, Dwight Howard for 12 or 8. I mean, Dwight Howard for 8. And Tracy McGrady for a little bit. So they were a relevant team. They went to the finals twice. Dwight won, Shaq once, but couldn't beat the Lakers and couldn't beat the Rockets. So unfortunately, Orlando's kind of they're a good team, side character team. Hopefully they could be good soon one day. Miami, you had some plot for sure. Definitely got to put you right there. LeBron James and Dwayne Wade. Dwayne got you a championship on his own. LeBron was able to win 2 of them with Dwayne. So you're definitely, been a really good team. Had a really good history. The Miami Heat's a really good history, man. It's a really good team to root for. So definitely a team with some plot. A lot of the Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta Hawks are definitely, I think they're right here. I don't know. I feel like the Atlanta, because I can't say they're a side character. Because how many good Atlanta Hawks teams do you know? I'm waiting for that unresponsive thing. I'm waiting for it. Let's see. It's gonna pop up. Come on. There you go. The Atlanta Hawks are definitely a I don't know, like, who cares about, I don't know, it's just like, you look at their history, they had Dominique, but he wouldn't get into the conference finals. Then what they do in the 90s, right? And then in the 2000s, they had Joe Johnson, and they had Josh Smith. What were they doing? And then Jeff Teague and Al Horford, like, what were they doing, right? And then, now they got Trae Young, but he has that conference finals run, but that's just one time. And I look at like, I can't say I have no plot, because they don't get, I don't see them getting cursed. They're not like, oh my gosh, like, how the heck did you lose that game? I don't know a lot of those. And I can't say side character because they don't make the conference finals often. They haven't been in the NBA finals ever. Or they're not a consistent 50-win team, that challenges one of these main character teams a lot. So it's kind of like, what do you do, right? So I don't think they care about you right now. I can say, I don't think they care about you. I'm sorry, Austin, but I just don't think the scriptwriters care. Austin is a friend of mine who likes the Atlanta Hawks. He's on my podcast. Give me one more time. The Indiana Pacers, I'm going to say you are a side character. You had the Paul George Pacers that got to the conference finals, challenged Miami. You had the Pacers in the 90s that challenged the Knicks and, the Chicago Bulls and faced the Lakers in the finals. So definitely, I think the Pacers are definitely a side character team. So this is my final list. The top guys, those are Dynasties teams that have been Dynasties. And the bottom are teams that have had either really good moments in their history. Cleveland is a very big exception because Cleveland could definitely be a side character. But having LeBron James, I feel like you have to be with a guy who has some plot. And everyone else, won a couple championships, or they have a main character. They have a main character in training. Giannis, Luka, main character in training. Cleveland, LeBron. These two had a couple championships. Toronto, that one championship. They're a decent team, but they don't win. Haven't won a lot recently. Utah was, fodder for. Utah's been a really good, consistent team for many years in terms of winning. They just don't win. A lot. They don't win a championship. The Rockets, similar, but they won 2. Nuggets are getting good with Jokic. The Thunder. Those are teams that are pretty decent, have had good history, been to the finals a couple of times, or been to conference finals, or have a sustained winning period of 50 wins, things of that nature. The grit and grind Grizzlies and John Morant. Scriptwriters don't care. They just don't get you to the finals. Like these teams, I don't think none of these teams have ever made the NBA finals. None of these teams, if they have, they barely make the conference finals. Like you don't see these guys even in the conference finals. If you do, it's maybe once in like 20 years. It's not very often. No one really cares about these teams as deeply. They have a fan base, but they're not, you don't say, oh my gosh, like they're going to make the finals this year. They're a threat. Like you never say that about these teams. And in no plot, these teams are cursed, whether it's bad drafting, bad trades, bad moments, just definitely no plot at all. So that's my list. I'm sorry for that unresponsive thing keep popping up. That is very annoying. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to give this video some likes. Give it a 5 likes and I'll do another one. Maybe not. Y'all didn't do it last time. But hey, catch y'all on the next one, and I'm out of here. Peace.